everyone. I was asked how I save my seeds and how I store my seeds. Now I do collect seeds during the year. I'll collect my calendula, I'll collect sweet peas, a bunch of different flower seeds, my dahlias of course, if the bees have fun. Sometimes I do breed my own dahlias by taking something that I really like and mixing it with something else, marking that seed head and collecting those seeds later. I did that a couple years ago and I had a bunch of different dahlias that were just completely different colors. They were really wild. But this year the bees did their job, and I'm going to take a chance and see what I get for dahlia seeds. But anyhow, so back to saving my seeds. I keep my seeds in a container, if you can see it right back here. Whoops. And it looks like this. It's just a container that my husband had gotten from an old job of his, and it has like a foam egg crate cover on it, so it locks up. So what I did was I bought, I don't mean to keep kicking the camera with my slipper, so I bought these little containers at the Dollar Tree, Dollar Store, Dollar General. They have them all over the place, and I think they were like $6 for $1. And then the little dot up here on top, those are just stickies. Get them in a container like this. And what I do is I save my seeds and write down, okay, I write down what they say, and then I can keep them in my little container here. So what I do is I buy my seeds, and then I keep my seeds in the paper. I'll just use this for an example. I keep them in the paper the first season. So when I plant new seeds, I keep them in this paper. I plant what I need to plant, then I bring the seeds back into my sewing room here, and then I move them into these containers and put the date on them. So, like for instance, my tomato seeds, got my whole pile of tomato seeds here. I have some yellow pear from Totally Tomato, but I also saved yellow pear from my greenhouse last year from my own seed. And then I also have some yellow pear left from, I believe it was Burpee, that I bought some last year. So all those seeds, mine will say my own seeds, Chris's seeds, yellow pear seeds, and then Burpee's will have Burpee's, and then Totally Tomato will have Totally Tomato seeds, so that I know what manufacturer I got the seeds from. I have a list here, a guideline of how long seeds last. Now, the 1 year seeds that you want to use in the year is onion, parsley, parsnips, and salsify. Those seeds do not usually last, and they're not viable for as long, so you're not going to get good sprouting from them. But my onion and my parsley seeds and my parsnip, I do have some from the year before. I seed them with the new seed that I get. So I will lay a row of parsnip seeds out this year's 2019 for the growing season 2019, and then I will overlay them with the 2018 seeds. So in each hole, theoretically, or each station, there'll be 2 parsnip seeds, one from last year, one from this year. Some of those seeds have to germinate, and that is what is the easiest thing to do for me, because it saves the seeds, it gets rid of the seeds, and if they germinate, great. If they don't, no big deal. And if 2 come up, it's not that big of a deal. When I did pull my parsnips this year, I didn't thin because the cats had gotten in there and just destroyed that bed. So when I was pulling parsnips, I would get a parsnip about that big, and then right next to it, I'd have one smaller and smaller. So they were bunched. There'd be like 3 parsnips in a little section that big, but they were still huge. So I'm not worried about spacing them out. They were so big this year that I ain't gonna ever worry about spacing those parsnips out. Those are some big parsnips. On the second year, your corn, your leek, and your okra. I usually buy leek seeds every year. I don't usually save my leek seeds because I only buy 1 package and that's it. So I don't ever have extra leek seeds. Your 3 years is asparagus, your beans, your broccoli, carrots, celery, celeriac, Chinese cabbage, your kohlrabi, pea, and spinach. Now, what do I usually have at least for 2 years? Carrots, because I always buy extra carrots. and spinach. So that's pretty much the only thing that I save over on those things. So I don't think I have any 3-year-old carrots. I might have some carrots that are 3 years old. Most of it's just 2. So your 4-year seeds would be beet, cabbage, Swiss chard, chicory, eggplant, fennel, kale, mustard, pumpkin, and squash, rutabaga, turnips, and tomatoes. Now, a lot of my seeds, 2017, I have a couple of 2015, which is radish. And the radish, I believe, are 5-year. So collards, cucumber, endive, muskmelon, and radish can make it 5. Lettuce can make it up to 6 years. So pretty much what I have in here is about the pull date for the latest that you're safely able to keep them in good circumstances. Now, being that they are in these containers, they are dark, I do keep the, what is it, silicone gel or silica gel, to keep them dry. They do not have up and down with temperatures. The temperature stays pretty close to normal. They stay under my bed in the winter, they stay under my bed in the summer, and it just pretty much stays about 60, 62 degrees at all times. It doesn't variate very much on the floor. Sometimes in the winter it might get a little bit cooler, but not by much. And I've had no problem. Now, I've had tomato seeds for years, 10 years I think was my oldest tomato seed that I found, and they sprouted. You just put two in a pot, or 2 in a hole, or you know, put the whole package in if you want to, and then whatever comes up you prick out and you sow on. But if you are going to grow them for food purposes, where you are really relying on them, you want fresh seed. When I get my lettuce, I always buy new lettuce seeds, but I plant my old lettuce seed also. So with my tomatoes, I know my tomatoes will last at least 3 years, and like I said, up to 10. But at 3-year mark, I will buy new tomatoes. Plus, I save some of my seed too from the tomatoes. So I have my save seed and I have store-bought seed, and I will plant both. I'll plant the same type, but mine will say Chris on them, so I'll have them a little note that those are my seeds. And then the other seeds I know that I got this year that are fresh seed from an actual seed, you know, seller. But that's all I do with my seeds. They just stay dry, they stay dark, they have no exotic temperatures. The worst thing you can do with your seeds is buy them in a store, put them in your purse or in the glove box of your car on a summer day or even in the spring, and the car gets to be 110, 115, 120 degrees or more, and your seeds aren't going to last very long. It will cook them. So you don't want to do that. Yes, Gogo, did you have dinner? Did Daddy give you dinner? Yeah. You feel good now? Oh, yeah? So anyhow, that's how I save my seeds. And now I'm going to go through and get the ones that for this year, put my little sticky note on them when they need to be planted, rubber band them, and they'll stay like this until the first planting. The stuff that I planted yesterday, I will go get and start marking down all my little containers with the date and the year on them that those seeds are good. So thanks for watching and subscribing, and have a great day. Bye-bye.